Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Hey, I am here because I wanted to prepare some docs with you. I actually already kind of did it, but I want to go over loan signing with you really quick. A lot of times you hear me talk about general notary work, and I love it, but today I'm going to actually prepare this package with you and go over some tips when you have loan signing, and it's going to take us a minute. So I'm going to say welcome again. Hello, and welcome to those who will watch the replay. Welcome to those who will listen to the replay on the podcast, and just what's up? So yeah, I got a signing. Oh, I'm so hot from preparing this package, y'all. I have a signing, and I'm gonna let YouTube notify people that I'm live right quick. So again, I'm just looking kind of crazy. I actually have a notary business success coaching tonight. So if you're not in the program, you probably want to check it out. We go over how to properly notarize your documents. Hey, welcome. So today I am going to let you prepare this package with me. I'm going to go over some tips with you. I just finished preparing it, and it's a refi. Hey, Melissa, what's going on? Welcome. Yeah, so I'm actually preparing this package. I want to talk about loan signing today, how everything starts with being a great notary. Hey, guys, so you have to know how to properly notarize documents in order to be a great notary. You have to. So today, again, I'm going to show you some, talk about, because I can't show you these customers' documents, but I want to talk about loan signing, and this is a refi package. For those of you who do not know, I'm in the state of Georgia, and you often hear people say, well, you can't be a notary signing agent in the state of Georgia. Not true. I am in the state of Georgia. I have a refi package in my hand that I'm getting ready to do tomorrow. Hey, Notary fam, it's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents. Learn how to properly execute a trust. Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye. It's actually 140 pages, so I had to print two packages, two sets. So this is 140. This is my set, okay? And I always like to put my client's set of documents in a folder so it looks professional, okay? I like to put their papers in a folder. I don't never just hand it to them. I know some people will put a rubber band around just the plain documents. I don't particularly like to do that. I like to be as professional as I can, okay? So anyway, you always want to start out with the notary instructions. So this is not a big deal. I can show you that. It's a whole page of instructions here, okay? Some of the things on the notary instruction page are to make sure you include a copy of the signer's ID. Hey, welcome, Erlise. How are you? Hey, Ani. Yeah, I'm going over a loan package today. So I received an assignment for a refi. This is about 140 pages. I had to print it twice because you always give your copy to a set to the signer. So I'm going over the notary instructions. So, for example, they want a copy of the the client's ID. Use blue ink, because you always hear me talk about that. Do you use blue? Do you use black? Per instructions is what you're going to follow. Now, we had a loan modification earlier today that Jeffrey and I did. And it was, the instructions were blue or black. Okay? This particular package, though, they're requiring blue ink. So you want to follow instructions. It says, do not change anything on the documents without first contacting the settlement agent for instructions. So we don't just change documents. I've talked about that before. I have plenty of videos here where I talk about that. Also, some of the instructions include the need to have a witness. Okay. Now it's saying that the client is supposed to have their own witness. So whether they do or not, I don't know. But we'll be at a bank tomorrow. That's another reason why I accepted this job. I love going to banks. I don't have to worry about dogs. I don't have to worry about cats. So I love going to banking facilities. I love going to Starbucks. I even prefer hospitals because I know ain't no dog at the hospital. So y'all know I'm scared of dogs. So what else are they asking? To recheck your notary work, which is what we teach here at Notary Educators, but they have to put it here in print because most notaries don't. Also included in the instructions are if they're going to have wiring instructions or if they're going to receive their money back in the form of a check. Those special instructions, okay? There's an AKA form in here. If you don't know what AKA is, you probably need to be in training. But there's an AKA form in here. And I'll tell you what it is, also known as. All right, you can ask some questions while I'm preparing. I'm doing a long pack preparation with you all while you're here today. So you want to call your client and let them know, hey, especially in my case, I have an attorney that will be facilitating this also with me tomorrow. So I am the notary again here in the state of Georgia, where they always say, you can't be a notary in Georgia. You can't do loan signing work. Yes, I'm doing loan signing work. I got all 250 pages to prove it, okay? So I'm going over some of this package with you today is what we're doing. So you want to call your client and I always let them know, hey, my main role there is to collect your ID. If they have any questions, you set the expectation. If they have any questions, let them know up front, hey, you need to be calling your lender, okay? Because we're not in the role, and we're going to discuss that tonight in the Notary Coaching Success Program if you are not a member, about unauthorized practice of law. So you may want to join us. But yeah, so we don't tell people about their interest rates in the sense that, okay, this rate is high, this rate is low. We don't go over all that, okay? But I like to steal sticky, and you don't have to, and I technically don't have to, but I have 2 signers tomorrow, so I just want to show you. I use these stickies that I get on Amazon. They're in the notary supply list at Notary Educators. You get like 2,000, so I put them in a baggie. I got plenty of them, because as I told you before, this package is 140 pages, so you get 2,000 of these. So I have plenty of stickies, plenty. So I still like to sticky my stuff. What is an AKA, please and thank you? Hey, Ani, yes, that's what I was saying. If you don't know, you probably need to be doing some training before we just get out there. So an AKA is also known as statement. Okay, so perhaps you have a lady, she was married before, divorced before, she has different names. So there's a form for that. Look, there's a form for that. They have to sign it, and yeah, so you got to make sure. So that's part of the instructions, to make sure it's signed. So again, I like the sticky. I got 2 signers for tomorrow. Boom. So I got 1 orange and 1 yellow on that one. Okay, then you have another document here, owner's affidavit. You also, I'm going to be showing you several tips as I go through this. So as you're doing your loan signing package, before you start anything, you want to make sure if the document includes legal and letter size paper, okay? In this case, this is a legal, okay? Because it's the long one. And then we have letter, okay? So it's 2. This is why you need a dual tray printer. So I have the question come up a lot. Do I really have to have a dual tray printer? And this is my page. This is my page as the notary. So I put pink for me. Yes, you have to have a dual tray printer because some of your documents will be letter and some of them will be legal. And you cannot say, well, I only have letter. And I've heard some people say, well, just put it all on legal, make it easy. No, I don't do that. If it's supposed to be letter, it's on letter. If it's supposed to be on legal, it's on legal. Okay. I don't believe in taking shortcuts. You have to do it the right way. And if you do that, again, they're going to use you, but are you going to be the go-to notary that I talk about? Probably not. They're going to use you that day because they have to. Now, this particular page, I'm going to do it really quick in the back. Ooh. As you see all the different colors here is because they have to make some choices. So I like to always put a little sticky where they have to make the choices. They have to decide if they want to check, if they want wire funds, and then they both have to sign it. Okay. I'm going to do it really far back so you can't see. Boom. So they both have to sign it. And then the pink was for me as the notary. Okay. Here's another form. Again, we got 122 pages here. Okay. 122. You see all those stickies? So I stickied it for several reasons. Do I have to sticky it necessarily now? No, I call it sticky. But do I have to prepare my documents like I did when I first started? I do not, because I kind of know what documents are in the package. But I like to still prepare, and I always like to put my eyes on my documents. Why? Because I need to know what's in this package, and each package is different. Okay, this one happens to be, like I said, 122 pages, 140. The one we did this morning was a long mod. It was like 70 pages, okay? So every package is going to be different. So I always like to know what I'm getting into. So again, I got all my different color stickies here. The pink is me. I got my two signers, and they have to make a decision in that orange space up there, okay? So we also have a privacy policy that they have to sign. My signers, privacy policy. So I got two signers tomorrow, as I stated before. So you want to look at every page. They have to be under oath. The verbiage is here for my clients to be under oath tomorrow. So you need to know how to be a great notary in order for you to be able to facilitate loan signings, okay? In order for you to do power of attorneys, in order for you to do anything, you have to. So you can self-teach yourself. I'm going to do a video on that in the next couple of days about self-teaching, because I don't have a problem with you self-teaching. I'm looking at my documents. I don't have a problem with you self-teaching, but you have to do it correctly. And then when you self-teach, sometimes you're going to make mistakes that if you let me train you, or Alexis train you, or Angela train you in whatever you're trying to learn, then we could cut out some of the mistake turnaround time, okay? Some of the process, because you don't get a lot of chances nowadays to make mistakes. When I first started, it wasn't a lot of notaries, okay? But now it's so many notaries, they're not allowing for the mistakes that they allowed for before. Now, if you make a mistake, you're probably going to be blackballed. One mistake, maybe not. Just depends on how big of a doozy it is. But how about we try not to make mistakes? Get into our mentor program where you have complete access to us, and we help you with your processes and stuff. Okay, so we got some questions. Erlise says, if you do not have a dual trade, can you use Notary Rotary for page separators free? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Now, if you feel like doing all that, again, I in my mentor program, I just had a young lady ask me that. She said, well, hey, can I do such and such? And there are these page separators and page sorters and all that out there. And you can say to your printer, you can change out this is another workaround too. So you can use page separator from Notary Rotary, which is free. True. Another workaround is you can have the dual tray, or whatever size tray you have. You can tell your printer to print pages 8, 9, 10, 50, 200 in legal size, and then the rest of it, you can tell your printer what to do, right? But I'm of the mindset, I don't feel like doing all that, okay? I'm trying to make money, and I'm not going to sit there and play with that. If you got a mind where you don't mind playing with that, making sure you got the right page numbers and all that, go for it. But like I told my student the other day, let's do some general notary work. Let's get the money that we need to buy the printer that we need. Let's get our tools in order and then start doing the business, okay? Loan mods, you don't typically need a dual tray printer for loan modifications. Those are typically just letter size. But when you start doing your refinances and your purchases, that's when you need a dual tray. So I'm not anti-rotary, Notary Rotary, doing all that, but I just did not do it that way. I don't function that way. I don't like hodgepodge and stuff together. I want it to be perfect when I roll out. So I'd rather postpone accepting certain assignments until I get what I need. Now, the other question was, can I print at FedEx and UPS and everything? You can, but again, I just told you I have 2 sets of documents here, okay? This is the second set. I printed this set for my client. This is what I'm leaving them, okay? And then I have my set, okay? Boom. So I have 2 sets. That's 250 pages. So by the time I pay UPS and FedEx to do my printing, and I'm doing so many jobs, I'm not gonna make any money. So again, let's just do what we need. Let's do some general notary work. Let's get our business cards out there. Let's do some loan mods until we can get ourselves together, okay? And have the proper tools. So yeah, you can do this. Hey Drea, Drea's in the program. What's up, Drea? Drea catch me on everything. How you doing? So today, though, I'm going over a loan mod. I mean, a refi package, actually. Refi. And so I was saying earlier that I'm in Georgia, so I'm in what's an attorney state, what's called an attorney state. So what's going to happen tomorrow is I already have my instructions as to who the attorney is going to be. The attorney is going to reach out to me. Well, actually, I reached out to the attorney. But tomorrow he's going to reach out to me with his Zoom link. So he's going to be on Zoom. And he's going to be explaining his part of this, and I'm going to do the rest, okay? So I'm sitting on the floor in the living room today, just kind of preparing my package. So that's what we're doing. Chill, talking, okay? So Drea says, all is well. Got my journal today, waiting on my stamp. Yeah, so you almost there. I'm so excited for you. She is in the coaching program. She is learning what to do. So now we're moving on tonight. We're going to talk about, again, in the coaching program. If you're not a part of it, it's only $39.99 per month. We meet weekly. You get access to all the courses. We have a private chat. It really is the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm enjoying it myself. I really didn't think I would enjoy it as much as I'm enjoying it because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I could make myself accessible because I actually work like I'm doing right now, preparing for this closing tomorrow. So back to the attorney, though. So I'm actually enjoying coaching. But the attorney is going to explain what they need to explain, and then I'll do what I need to do. And I asked him, how does he like to work? Because some attorneys like to, some like to stay on the phone the whole time during the closing. Some will explain what they need to explain, and then they'll say, call me when it's finished or text me when it's done. So I asked him, how does he like to work? He said he'll just kind of be available. He'll call with an initial introduction, do what he needs to do if I need to call him back. And they really are accessible. So I know it's a lot of negativity around attorney states and saying, well, I got to have an attorney to do it or whatever. Yeah, sometimes you got, let me put my leg down. My leg was getting stiff from sitting here. I've been sitting here for a minute. Sometimes you have to let, sometimes the attorney, to me, it's really great because I don't have to do that much. I just sit there and say, let me get your ID, ... Okay. So Melissa says, so the attorney, so hey Melissa, so the lawyer doesn't have to be present in Georgia. That is going to be his way of being present by Zoom. So during the pandemic, they were either on Zoom, sometimes even a telephone call. We did WhatsApp a couple times. So whatever they want to do, I'm open to doing it. Now, I will say this. If you as a notary don't feel comfortable with, if you as a notary don't feel comfortable allowing the attorney to be on Zoom or something, you have to state that because all the attorneys may not be where they can get to the office with you and the client. So the client and I will be at the bank. Again, remember tomorrow I'm doing the signing at a bank. So I've had some notaries that push back and say, I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm gonna push this up a little bit. They have said, I don't feel comfortable with the attorney being on Zoom. And if that's the case, you can state that. But it's very common practice, okay? It's very common practice. And again, I always say, you could be like, I ain't doing this, and I ain't doing that, and I ain't doing this, and you might not work, So again, you got to pick your battles. For me, I don't mind where he's at. As long as he's facilitating. He is the attorney of record, okay? He is attorney of record, on record, whatever. So that's that. So he will be on the phone. I am the one with the documents. I did all the printing. I am the one going to have to do scan back. So look, I got to scan back 140 pages. okay? Every page. Some people will try to just scan what the client signed. No, no, no. Unless your instructions say that. But typically they want the whole package back. They want the whole package scanned back. So I do have a portable scanner. All of my supplies that I recommend are Notary Educators, LLC.com. So you can go over there under the Notary Supply list and see what scanner I have. I actually have a video here on the channel about what all my supplies are that I have too. So, you know, you won't be able to go out and buy everything tomorrow. I don't expect you to. But do what you can, you know, buy pieces, you know, at a time. That's why I'm so big on doing general notary work. So there are a couple of closing disclosures, okay? A couple of those. So you want to make sure you get those signed. And you look for initials too, because sometimes clients have to initial. Okay, I had one signing where they had to initial the bottom of every page. Every page. It was like 40 pages. I forgot what kind of package it was. So out of this 140 that I printed, we did it twice. I always got to say that because it's not just 140. You got to print one for you, one for them. Some of it does not have to be signed, okay? So when I'm sitting in front of my client, I still go through every page. Now, some people will try to go through and just pull out what needs to be signed. And if you get that good, go for it. I just don't do that. I like to just take my time. I allow at least for this kind of package, let's say 45 minutes because it's pretty big. It's not the biggest I've ever had, but it's pretty big. So I would allow 45 minutes, okay? And don't forget I got to get the attorney and all that. So this page, I just want to show you this one. I'm going to hide everybody's name. But as you can see on this page, the pink is all about me. The blue, yellow, and green are my clients. The blue is the witness, and the pink is me, and the orange is another signer. So it's two signers. On this page, it's going to be two signers. The witness and two signers, the witness, and me, everybody. And I always say everybody's invited to the party, okay? So I put those stickies, and like I said, I still sticky my stuff. I don't have to. I mean, clearly I go out and do loan docs without preparing them. But if I have an opportunity to prepare them, I like to say become one with the documents, okay? What questions do you all have while I'm preparing? Let me see. So to answer Melissa's question, for me, no, the attorney does not need to be present, okay? Hey, Donna. Donna says, do you remove the signing stickers before sending the scan backs? Oh, yeah. I actually take them off. That's an excellent question. Donna's also part of our mentor program. Donna, what's up? So, yeah, I do. That's a great question. I would never, ever, ever, ever send these back with all these stickies on it. Never. Let me show you that page again, because that page was kind of intense, wasn't it? Because like I said, you got to really pay attention, because that particular page, everybody had to sign it. Me as the notary, the witnesses, this page right here. Yep. So this particular page, everybody had to sign them, covered up their info. Okay? So... and these are easy peasy, honestly. I enjoy doing them. Now, my favorite loan package to do is a seller's package or a loan mod, okay? We go over all of this in the loan signing class with Alexis. And before you even get there, though, I'm going to tell you, you got to be a good notary, because we don't teach you how to be a notary in the loan signing class. And some people say, well, you don't have to learn how to be no notary to do this. Just point and click. No, you do. Do you think you want to just get this package and get your commission to go knock on somebody's door and say, hey, I'm here? Not. I pray you don't do that. And I know people do. And then they'll get in a Facebook group and put a picture of it and say, they sit at the table, what is this? And taking a picture. Please don't be that notary. Please don't be that notary. Okay, so you got the right to cancel. Got to make sure they sign in the right place. Okay. And... just you also looking for initials, as I already stated. Now, this particular signing company, they did the most because they already got my name pre-typed in the notary space. I was like, okay, I see y'all. So they got my name pre-typed, so I don't have to type my name. They already have my county that I'm located in. Okay. And again, both clients will be under oath. What else did I want to share with y'all? So I went ahead and did all my sticky in. And then, again, I love these, honey. I love these because you get 2,000 of them. Now they got a smaller pack too, and pink is always for me. I keep those on hand. And I like to prepare at home. So I don't do 2 or 3 per day. Let's talk about that. Because I get that question sometimes. Well, how many signings do you do per day? For me, it kind of just depends. I am more, and even from my heyday, like when I was just out, like getting it during COVID, I would do maybe 5 per day. 5, because I like time before my appointment. I like time after my appointment to kind of see I like to double check my work first of all. Okay, so you can't be double checking and you going hour to hour to hour every half hour trying to do a whole 150 page, 140 pages of docs. Okay, that's what I was going to tell you. So there are 16 pages of of the amortization statement schedule. Actually, there are 12 pages of that. 12. So not every single page has to be signed, but quite a bit. Quite a bit. If you're not signing, the client is signing. Somebody is signing, okay? So I'll take a few more questions. I wanted to just go over that with you today since I had this package that I had to get together. And again, you see, I got letter and legal. And we are not just going to do what we want to do with these documents and resize them. And I have to say that, though, because some people say, well, I'll just resize it. No. If it's supposed to be on letter, it's supposed to be on letter. If it's supposed to be on legal, it's supposed to be on legal. Now, the package is going back FedEx. Okay, so I like to have my stuff in order. I'm trying to cover up the info. It's going back FedEx. So I like to already have everything prepared. And I like to even take my documents. This is just a little side tip. I like to take my documents to the signing in the package. In the package. It's my baby. Because some clients are antsy and they're like, where'd you get those documents from? You know, did you make them up? They're very untrusting and people are stealing houses like crazy. So you can kind of understand why your client would be nervous, right? So if it's a UPS, if it's going back UPS, I grab my UPS envelopes. I already have my label and everything in there. I put the package in there that I printed for them. I put my copy in there that I'm going to have them sign. Put both of them in the folder. And again, when I get to the signing, I'm pulling up like this with my bag. Hey, I'm Kimberly, da-da-da. And that I usually will try to do my double check. I always do my double check at the table. Let me take that back. Always do my double check at the table. But what I was getting ready to say is I usually try to seal it in front of them. But then most of the time, I will wait because I actually like to put one more set of eyes on it before I do my scan back. This is heavy. So we prepared a package together. If you missed it, go back and catch the front of this video. I'm going to answer some questions for you. And let's see what we got. Let me pull this a little closer. I got a nice selfie stick, y'all. It's really big. My friend had it, and I had to copy and get it from her. Hey, welcome, everybody. And before I get the questions really quick, so don't forget, tonight we are doing the Notary Mentor, Notary Business Success Coaching Program, and we're talking about unauthorized practice of law tonight, because you got to know these little details in order to be a great notary. You have to. Some people will say it's not required. You can just read your handbook. You cannot. I promise you, you cannot. I give you what it took me years to learn. Everything that we teach here at Notary Educators, we actually educate you. So I want you to be a great notary. I do. And it takes investing time and energy in yourself. So is it a little slower the way we like to do it? Yep. I'll be honest. But you're going to be ready. You're going to be ready. So let's get these questions. So Melissa says, is the payment process different for loan signing? Do you get paid before or after? Girl, you get paid later. 30 to 45 days. They call that net. Net 30, net 45. Some companies are even net 90. That means it takes 90 days to get your payment after the signing has closed. Okay, so that's what I was going to say. I got a request the other day, and during one of the chats, my 2 chats, we have 2 for 2 different mentor programs. somebody mentioned that they got a request from the same company. So I said to myself, that sounds kind of fraudish. So it was funny because if I had taken the job, I thought about it, they would have to pay me on the spot before I return their documents. Okay. I don't believe in holding documents hostage. But I also don't believe in working with little tiny companies. I don't. Because they may or may not pay. They may not have the money to pay you, and I'm talking waiting 30 to 45 days for payment. So that's another reason why you guys hear me love some general notary work. I love general notary. But I'm not opposed to taking this because when the check does hit, it's gonna hit, right? So I like to do everything. I got an inspection company that I work with that I do maybe 5 or 6 jobs for them. They'll pay me to the following month at a certain time. So it's like, doggone it. So you got to know how to budget your money when you're an entrepreneur. That's just fact. So a lot of times me and Jeffrey talk about that I am not comfortable with still being a full-time entrepreneur because my husband I worked outside the home. So we got checks every 2 weeks, right? Now he's full-time, I'm full-time, and we don't get checks like that no more. So he's like, you got to change your mindset. You guys know I'm always talking about changing your mindset too. But even for me though, because I'm a regular notary just like you, I have to change my mindset. And I have to say, you know what? I already know I did 10 jobs for this company. They owe me $1,000, but I'm not going to get it till next month. And that happened to me last month. But when that check came, I was excited, okay? I was like, ooh, it paid off. So it's just part of the game. It really is. Again, when I work with smaller companies, though, depending on who it is, I want to be paid on the spot. Now, direct sometimes will pay you on the spot, too. Like if they call you, and that's going to be 50-50. If an attorney calls you to go to a nursing home, they will pay on the spot. You invoice them, they pay. But if a title company calls you, typically it's that same net 30, net 40, net 90. And that means up to 90 days after the closing, they can pay you. Okay. This company pays well, though. I've worked with them many times, so I'm not worried about it. But just know, you ain't getting paid right away. So you got to have your ducks in a row. Chantel, what's up, girl? Andrea says, question for shippers, i.e., UPS, USPS, and FedEx. Do you have to have a business account? I do have a business account with UPS. I have a business account with FedEx, and I do not have one with the post office. I don't ship a lot through the post office. My preferred method of shipping is FedEx or UPS. FedEx is okay. FedEx is much easier to navigate than UPS for me. If you got a problem with FedEx, you call them and immediately too. For me, UPS is more complicated. FedEx, you call and say, hey, bring me 100 envelopes, bring me 100 plastic thingies. Because I order all of this. I got a nice supply in my car. And I have some in my home office, right? I keep the plastic. I don't like to send, this is too big anyway to send back in a paper envelope. But I like to send it back in plastic in case they get wet, in case it's raining. I don't know the final destination, what the weather is just going to be like there. So I always like to put them in plastic too, okay? So anyway, yeah, so I do have an account with FedEx and UPS. And I do recommend it. I'm reading this letter. With FedEx, they give you a very nice discount. Now, I was told they don't like you using it like at Christmas time and other times of the year, just willy-nilly mailing stuff. So be cautious of that. Because some people will be like, well, I got a FedEx account, girl. I'll ship your toys overseas for you. Yeah, be careful. They are tracking, I guess, where it goes. So I don't do that. Have I ever sent out something personal? Maybe once, maybe. But I just use it for business. Chantel saying, hey, Shay Bay, that's so cute. So if you're doing scan backs, wouldn't they be scanned back in letter, even the legal? Yes, that's true. It's going to scan back exactly the way it is. But the point is, when you send back the originals, Shay Bay, it needs to be this, because they're going to have to file this with county offices, and it's all kind of reasons why it needs to be legal. It is. So if it's legal and letter, and before you start printing, I talked about that in the beginning, before you even start printing, look at the file. Now that's a Jeffrey move, okay? I know how to do it, but I can't even get into that. But look at the file, and I'll bring him on here so he can teach y'all how to do that. Y'all got to remind me. But he can show you how to make sure that it's legal in letter as you're printing. Because if you don't print it correctly, another example is, so if it's supposed to be on legal and you only print it on letter, half the stuff going to be cut off. And I've caught several signings like that. Not that I had, but even for my clients, somebody sent them a package and they didn't realize that they had to, they didn't realize that they had to have, have letter size. Have legal size. So they had to go buy paper. I had that happen before. The man had the PDF file, so he had to go print it. Okay, because if it's not right, who gonna sign a half a piece of paper? I ain't even sending that back. You cannot. So even for your clients, sometimes this is another reason why I say let us teach you how to be a great loan signing agent, how to be a great notary, because these are little tips that you're just not gonna know just trying to go out there and wing it. If somebody give you a package and some of the information is cut off on the bottom and you haven't been taught to look for that, you're not gonna know. So we teach you just about everything you need to know. We make it very practical, very real, okay? So let's see. Hold on. What else we got? So to answer Shay Bay's point, though, when you scan it back, it's just going to look like whatever the scan is. So it's not because of the scan that it has to be the right size. It's because that's what the company is asking you to do, okay? And that's just a given. Now, you may find... it's very rare that I'll have a signing company say something like, print everything on letter. Very rare. They shouldn't feel like, it's never going to really be in instructions either. Make sure you print accordingly. I have seen that though. Because nowadays they have to tell us everything because notaries just don't know what they're doing. Notaries get their commission. They go out and just start stamping. Send me a package. I have so many people every day. I'm going to get the rest of these questions. But I have people every day. For years now, because y'all know I've been doing this for years. I have notaries every day, and they'll say, I just got my commission. Which signing company should I sign up with? None of them. Nobody. Because you're just not ready yet. You got to know how to do your notarial duties before you start signing up with signing companies. I'm not being funny. I'm not making fun of people. I'm not making fun of you. But it is kind of curious that, even when you get your driver's license, your parents don't just say, okay, you got your license now. Go. You went to driver's ed over the summer, because like when I was growing up, I went to driver's ed at school, and I got my license, everything, my permit, whatever. But even when I got my license, the first few days, my parents were like, just go, you got this. No. Let me go with you a couple more times. They want to make sure you got it, right? So can you imagine getting your notary commission and the first question you ask me is, and it's going to be going on for years, so don't feel bad if you have asked me that or if you will ask me that. But the first thing people say is, what signing company should I sign up with? I got my commission. Nobody. All right, let's see. Sharita. Hey, Sharita. I'll see you in the mentor tonight, right? Coaching. Sharita says, how do you determine if it's a smaller company? You'll know. You just get to know one. Once you start working with a few of them, so I'll give you some tips though to find out. So to kind of confirm. And actually, I'm getting ready to do a video on this. I wrote the notes out yesterday. I was supposed to do it last night, and then Jeffrey was like, well, the debate's on. So, you think anybody going to be on there? So I said, I'll do it another day. So anyway, a couple ways to determine though. I use Notary Cafe. I don't pay anything per year. I used to when I first started. They'll tell you, oh, it's only $5 a day, a cup of coffee or whatever. I don't pay for that per day, but you can still use their free part for now. They're probably going to end up charging for $2, but right now you can use their free resources. And for free, what I do is if I have a company that I don't know and it's a smaller company, I will go to Notary Cafe and type in Notary ABC 123. Read what other notaries have said about it. Somebody's trying to call me. I'll get that. I'll call them back. Yeah, I will read what other notaries have to say about that company. I will Google them and see what reviews they've left them. Just like I do anything else. Do your due diligence, okay? Let's see. Next question is Drea. Sorry, Kimmy, I had to mute my phone. I'm working. Can you Answer my question again. You got to type your question again, Drea. What was it? Shay Bay. Okay, yep. No worries. What's your question again, Drea? And if I don't get you here, you can drop it in the chat too. You're part of the coaching corner. But what is it? Oh, you're welcome, Sharita. Just Darling says, hey, hi, just dipping in, looking to become a notary, just subscribed. Oh, welcome, Just Darling. So don't forget, Just Darling, because people are not taking advantage of the chat. Sign up for the chat. It's in the email, okay? The group me. The group me is how we do our communications as a group. Group me. And so don't forget to sign up for that too. It's nice to have you. Welcome to the program, okay? Welcome to the program. Drea says, sorry, shipping UPS, FedEx, do you need a business account? Oh, yeah, yep. So I did talk about that. Yeah, so you do. So I have, and you don't need to have an account, but let me tell you why I have the FedEx account. So you don't have to do loan signing, okay? Or to be a notary, you do not have to have a UPS, FedEx, or none of that. UPS, you don't have a USPS. You don't have to. The reason I have the FedEx account is because I do a lot of apostilles and I do a lot of shipping, okay? For 2022, 2023, you guys know I've been working on apostilles, increasing that as part of my business. So I've been doing it. It's been working out good. Your girl is learning. I'm so excited. So anyway, so I do a lot of shipping. So what I do is, so for example, now this might be too much because I know people get upset when I say this, okay? I almost don't want to say it because I don't want to hear it in my comments. Don't put nothing in my comments about what I'm about to say, okay? Because I'm a business person at heart, okay? And you should be too. So, for example, I get a nice discount with FedEx. So, say it costs me $20 to ship my package. Well, I may, and I'm going to tell you a couple reasons why I do this too. So, FedEx typically may charge that client $60, but they charging me because it's a nice discount. So they only charge me like $20, and they typically would charge the client $60. I may charge the client $40, even though I only pay $20. Why? Several reasons. Something always goes wrong, and I need a little reserve there. Okay? Something always goes wrong. Right now, I got a client. I talked about this the other day with the apostille that we didn't think we had to mail it, and then we had to end up using 2 FedEx envelopes. But I already collected enough, so I didn't charge them. Okay? So I always have a cushion. I don't care when it comes to translation services too, is another one that I always make sure I have a cushion because something is always going to go wrong. Always going to go wrong with translation services. If you don't know how to do translation services, you need to be in my program because I teach you how to do that. Translation services, and that's, for example, for those of you who do not know, I don't speak Korean, but somebody might need a document translated from the Korean language to the English language, and they hire me to facilitate it, just like apostilles. Can they do it themselves? They sure can. But for convenience, they're going to pay you. Okay? They're going to pay you to do it. Okay? Not to mention with the FedEx thing, like I was talking about with that fee too, I'm driving it to FedEx. I don't let FedEx come pick it up because I usually just take it. So I got to take it to FedEx too. So part of that charging a little bit more than what the envelope actually costs is for my time, energy, convenience. Okay? Not to mention something is going to always go wrong with your translation services typically. And apostille, so you need a little cushion, you need a little reserve, because if you don't have a little reserve, then you're going to be eating into your profits, okay? What other questions do you have? Any questions about the Success Program? Any questions about the Notary Business Success Program? Any questions? How does it work? You do have access to all of my courses. Also, I have 8 training courses as of now, constantly adding to the library. And actually within the, I actually might even change the verbiage on that because right now I'm calling it my course library, which it is. I have 8 courses, but the notary training library is just constantly growing. So as we're continuing to teach, like for tonight, we're doing unauthorized practice of law. It's going to be a video library for that. So you're getting working on a job or whatever, and you need to know, okay, how do I do such and such, or what is such and such? You'll be able to go to the library and find it. And then once you look at it, because I had that happen recently, one of my students had to do a power of attorney. So instead of me sitting on the phone 20 minutes trying to explain what a power of attorney is, go watch the video, and then we can have a phone conversation, once you do your due diligence, because you need to know what to do. You can't just call anybody. all the time and just say, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you look at the ID? How do you, no, you need to know how to do it. I always say you teach a man how to fish. I'm going to teach you how to be a great notary, and then the rest of it, I got your back. So, for example, when that person had a power of attorney, yes, I can help them. I'm their coach. That's what I'm supposed to do, right? But I can't coach you on something you don't even know. So I said, go watch my power of attorney video. And I got a couple documents. You have access to documents too. Quite a few over there. And tip sheets. We got tip sheets too. So you look at all of that. And then by the time you call me, or by the time you say, hey, Kimmi, I got my power of attorney signing tomorrow. I need a little help. Now I have a point of reference, and so do you. Okay? Because I can't teach you even everything you need to know and being your coach. You have to put some work into it. You know, even I've been using Simone Biles the last week since the Olympics. She knows how to do gymnastics, right? But she cannot just wait on her coach. The only day she talked to her coach, she has to put something in it even when the coach is not there. So the coach just comes in and make it all look pretty and help you to get over the finish line. That's what I do. That's what I do. Just Darling says, I'm starting from early steps. Any suggestions? I have my bond, but still need to take my test. Any suggestions? Yeah, so let's finish getting your notary commission. While you're doing that, though, the Notarize Like a Pro, since you just joined, the Notarize Like a Pro course, really quick, will help you to have that in your mind, what it looks like to be a notary, okay? So some of the things that we go over in the course, I'm sure are going to be on your test, okay? And what state are you in, just Darling? What state? I got a lot of emails, y'all. I'm just trying to look. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. What state are you? So I got a few more minutes to hang out. I took my clock down, so I don't know what time it is. Hold on. 4:30. Okay. Nevada. Okay. Yeah. We got another person in our group in Nevada. Yeah, Nevada, you should be fine. So I will give you this little caveat in Nevada. So Nevada is kind of strict with their pricing on general notary work when it comes to the travel piece. However, like I tell my other student that I have from Nevada, I want you to learn how to be a great notary because that is the foundation for everything. But once you kind of get that under your belt, you have to determine what you want to focus on. But your real money maker is going to be loan signing and apostilles, okay, for Nevada, because they're very strict on the notary travel fee. For example, you can charge a minimum of 2 hours. I think we came up with the math the other day. So if she did one document, she might can make, and which is not no bad money though. For one document, we came up with like $70 based on some of the numbers that we were running, because it's based on what time of day you going out. Nevada got a lot going on too with some of the fees and stuff. Some states they have no cap on what they can charge. No cap. Now Georgia, I could charge $2 per document. I don't charge $2 per stamp. I don't charge the $2. I waive that because I make my money on the travel fee. Okay. So I am going to head out. I will give you guys a couple more seconds because I see we got some new people in the room. And then I'm going to head out. Y'all got about 2 minutes because I got to go get ready for tonight. We meet at 7 p.m. Eastern. Not too late for you to join. Okay. You could always go back and catch the replays. But we are meeting tonight at 7. Anything else? Going once? Going twice? All right. Last chance, because usually as soon as I hit click, somebody got a question. Shay, are reverse mortgages hard to do? Reverse mortgages just take time. I have a video here on the channel. You can check it out. For example, I showed y'all today 140 pages, right? A reverse mortgage could be easily 300, 400. It's not any notarizations. Well, let me take that back. There are notarizations. I've never did a reverse mortgage because I just refuse to. They don't typically pay a lot. Some people love them. Some people love them. Just Darling says, okay, I'm looking forward to joining your program. Yeah, I look forward to having you. See you tonight. Come tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Yeah, and days of the week change. So anyway, oh, okay, Melissa. See ya. You're welcome. So anyway, Shay Bay, though, I don't do reverse mortgages. I do have a video because it tends to be an older community. Some people love them. Either you love them or you don't. You either love them or you don't. They take more time because, you know, you deal with elderly people, so they typically like to sit and talk, and it's just a lot of initialing, a lot of signing. It's just, they're intense. So again, it's not for me, but if you want to do them, it might be your jam, and you might be the queen or the king of reverse mortgages and do all of them in your area. All right. Well, guys, until next time, I'm going to say goodbye. This is Kimmi, Notary Life with Kimmi, and Notary Educators Training Team. Okay. Bye. Early says, I've done a couple reverse mortgage applications, and even that can be a lot. Yep. Even the application for VAs, it's called initial disclosures, can be a lot. See, I can't give y'all everything in a YouTube video. See you over in training though. Okay, bye y'all. Have a good one. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.